There is one other citizens' revolt against the wind farms that I didn't mention. In the central and southern tablelands of New South Wales, locals are fighting plans to build 400 massive wind turbines in state forests. One meeting in Oberon, organised by a group called the Oberon Against Wind Towers, had 550 people come in a shire of just 5,000 people. Joining me is Chris Muldoon of Oberon Against Wind Towers. Chris, great to see you. Tell us about your group. Why was it formed and how much support does it have?
Well, the main reason it was formed is that we don't believe that there's a social license to come into our community and basically carpet bomb it with wind towers. That Forestry has openly said there's going to be between 350 and 625 towers in our region. And they've also openly said they're going to be up to 285 metres tall. So we don't feel that Oberon is the right place for this infrastructure. We have a growing tourism industry. We have a significant agricultural industry. We have a very strong timber industry. We don't need the renewable energy. We don't need the renewable funds. So, you know, we're not against the rollout of renewable energy. It's important to make that point. But we feel that the government needs to take a more considered and responsible approach to the location of infrastructure.
Well, you and a lot of other groups. Joining us is local New South Wales Nationals MP and opposition frontbencher Paul Toole. Paul, thanks for your time too. What is the big picture here? What is this big plan with wind farms in this area?
Well, I think what we're seeing, Andrew, is a destruction of the landscape. We're actually seeing profit being put before communities. And again, we've got a state-owned corporation like Forestry Corp that have heard very loud and clear for the community that they don't want these wind turbines in this local area. And Chris is right. We're talking, close to 400 wind turbines. But let me put it in perspective. These are going to be on the top of the ridgelines. And you look at a pine tree, it's about 40 metres in height. These are going to be 285 metres in height. So they're nearly as tall as what the Centrepoint Tower is in Sydney. And this is going to be sprinkled all over the landscape. And it's just unacceptable to see these proposals being put in this community. The community's already made it loud and clear. They don't want to see this happening. And we really need these proposals in these communities and other communities across the state to be stopped right now, because they are not the fix at the cost of communities like Oberon.